I think, therefore I am. The reading of all good books is like conversation with the finest men of past centuries. If you would be a real seeker after truth, it is necessary that at least once in your life you doubt, as far as possible, all things. Conquer yourself rather than the world. Doubt is the origin of wisdom. Common sense is the most widely shared commodity in the world, for every man is convinced that he is well supplied with it. Except our own thoughts, there is nothing absolutely in our power. It is not enough to have a good mind, the main thing is to use it well. To know what people really think, pay attention to what they do, rather than what they say. And thus, the actions of life often not allowing any delay, it is a truth very certain that, when it is not in our power to determine the most true opinions, we ought to follow the most probable. The greatest minds are capable of the greatest vices as well as of the greatest virtues. I desire to live in peace and to continue the life I have begun under the motto to live well you must live unseen. It is only prudent never to place complete confidence in that by which we have even once been deceived. You just keep pushing. You just keep pushing. I made every mistake that could be made. But I just kept pushing. But in my opinion, all things in nature occur mathematically. To live without philosophizing is in truth the same as keeping the eyes closed without attempting to open them. There is nothing more ancient than the truth. In order to seek truth, it is necessary once in the course of our life to doubt, as far as possible, of all things. Divide each difficulty into as many parts as is feasible and necessary to resolve it. In order to improve the mind, we ought less to learn than to contemplate. For I found myself embarrassed with so many doubts and errors that it seemed to me that the effort to instruct myself had no effect other than the increasing discovery of my own ignorance. He who hid well, lived well. Each problem that I solved became a rule which served afterwards to solve other problems. Let whoever can do so deceive me, he will never bring it about that I am nothing, so long as I continue to think I am something. At last I will devote myself sincerely and without reservation to the general demolition of my opinions. It is a mark of prudence never to place our complete trust in those who have deceived us even once. Because reason is the only thing that makes us men and distinguishes us from the beasts, I would prefer to believe that it exists, in its entirety, in each of us. The reading of all good books is indeed like a conversation with the noblest men of past centuries who were the authors of them, nay, a carefully studied conversation, in which they reveal to us none but the best of their thoughts. It is not enough to have a good mind. The main thing is to use it well. But what then am I? A thing that thinks. What is that? A thing that doubts, understands, affirms, denies, wills, refuses, and that also imagines and senses. It is best not to go on for great quest for truth, it will only make you miserable. I am accustomed to sleep and in my dreams to imagine the same things that lunatics imagine when awake.